You know, the heart of men can be really dark, more than we often realize. We always think we know the people around us, the ones we love, the ones we trust. But sometimes there's something hidden deep inside them that we can't see. Let me take you through this heartbreaking story, and I want you to really think about it. This is the tragic story of a young woman named Phindiswa Toshi Mpomposhe, and it happened on New Year's Day in Cape Town, South Africa. Phindiswa was brutally stabbed to death by her boyfriend, Mkhuseli Ludidi. And the reason behind this awful act was something as simple as what she was wearing. It's one of those stories that leave you speechless and asking yourself how something so senseless could happen. Phindiswa, her sister, her friends, and Mkhuseli had all gone to a local beach to celebrate the new year. It was meant to be a day of joy, the kind where you let loose and enjoy the festivities. While they were at the beach, Phindiswa borrowed a pair of bomb shorts from her sister. It was a simple outfit and, in my opinion, a completely normal choice for a beach day. But for Mkhuseli, this one piece of clothing became the spark for something much darker. As soon as he saw her in the bomb shorts, he was not happy. You could tell it made him uncomfortable. And instead of letting it go, he started an argument. He didn't like that she was wearing something, revealing something he thought would attract attention from other men. Phindiswa, however, was confident. She didn't feel there was anything wrong with the outfit. It was the beach, after all. People wear all kinds of swimsuits and bikinis, so why should a pair of bomb shorts be a problem? She tried to explain this to him, to calm the situation down, but Mkhuseli wasn't listening. It wasn't just about the clothes. It was about something deeper. His insecurity. He was worried that other people would look at his girlfriend. It wasn't just about the shorts. It was his fear of losing control, or maybe even his jealousy. But Phindiswa was confident in her own skin. She didn't let his discomfort stop her from feeling good about herself. Phindiswa decided to walk away from the argument and joined her sister and her friends at a table nearby. She probably thought the situation would cool off, but Mkhuseli, still upset and clearly feeling humiliated, held onto that anger. It hurt his ego, and from what we know, it wasn't the first time his insecurity and jealousy had caused issues in their relationship. Here's the thing, this wasn't even a long-term relationship. They had only been dating for about 8 months. 8 months. That's hardly any time at all to be that invested in controlling someone else, let alone in a way that leads to violence. But as we often see, abuse doesn't start all at once. It creeps in slowly. It can start with little things, jealousy, control, belittling, and then escalate. In this case, Phindiswa had already experienced physical abuse from Mkhuseli in the past. Her family had witnessed it, and yet she stayed. She probably thought things would get better, or that the love they shared could make up for the mistreatment. But despite these red flags, she stayed. And that's something that many women and men can relate to. Love, or the idea of love, can sometimes make us ignore the signs, make us believe that if we just stick it out, everything will get better. Sometimes it's because you feel too attached to let go. Other times, it's because you don't think anyone else would love you the way they do, however toxic that love may be. Maybe Phindiswa stayed because she thought no one else would ever accept her the way Mkhuseli had. Maybe she thought he could change, but sadly, she never got the chance to find out. After they left the beach, everything seemed calm. They went back to the house, but that's when Mkhuseli's anger reached a boiling point. Perhaps the argument about the shorts came up again, or maybe it was just the build-up of resentment. Whatever it was, Mkhuseli rushed to the kitchen and grabbed not one but 2 kitchen knives. And just like that, he attacked. Phindiswa stabbed her multiple times. This isn't something that happens overnight. When someone picks up a knife to harm another person, they've been thinking about it for a while. They've been brewing with anger, bitterness, or jealousy. That moment wasn't just about the bomb shots. It was about control and power. Mkhuseli wanted to keep Phindiswa under his thumb. He couldn't handle the thought of other people looking at her, or of her being free to do what she wanted express herself in the way she liked. So he decided to take her life. After the attack, Mkhuseli did something that is almost hard to understand. He went to the police station, covered in blood. He claimed someone had been injured, but then he fled before giving any details. The police chased him down, arrested him, and found the knives in his pocket. When they questioned him, he admitted what he had done and led them to where Phindiswa's body was. The shock of it all, the senselessness, the brutality, and the fact that this young woman's life was taken just because of a disagreement about clothing. Her family, devastated and heartbroken, had always known about the abuse. But what can you do when someone stays in an abusive relationship? It's hard to tell someone to leave when they are in love, even if that love is toxic. Phindiswa had stayed, and in the end, it cost her her life. That's the most tragic part of this whole story. Her life was stolen, not just by the physical violence, but by the mental and emotional control she had endured. It's a stark reminder of how important it is to recognize the signs of abuse early on and to take action to protect yourself. This story isn't just a news report, it's a wake-up call for everyone. If your partner is making you feel bad about yourself, if they are controlling or abusive, don't wait for things to get worse. If someone has ever hit you, threatened you, or made you feel unsafe, it's time to leave. No one deserves that kind of treatment. Love should never make you feel scared or small. It should lift you up, not tear you down. The signs are there before it gets to this stage. If someone has slapped you, punched you, or threatened you in the past, that's not something to ignore. Don't wait until it escalates to something as terrible as this. If you're in an unhealthy relationship, get out before it's too late. Life is too precious, and no one should have to live in fear for their safety or well-being. This tragic story of Phindiswa is a call for everyone to take a closer look at their own relationships to check if the person they're with is treating them with love and respect. It's never easy to leave, but it could save your life. Remember, no amount of love or affection is worth your safety. Your life matters more than anything.